Hi, I'm Cut Ready.
We are Mobility Mates.
It's like disabled toilets. Can I just say, right? I swear, not being sexist here, or sort of, but I think they're designed by men.
Oh, what do you mean by
Because
yeah, anyone in the room that was Tottenham slightly for comment below. And you know,
just so people know, I'm not being there to pick you up out your chair. And
why you?
if you fall out your chair, I'm not doing it. Frighten me, you probably hit me.
Hi guys, welcome to a brand new podcast. Mobility Mates. I'm Emma.
And I'm Kat Bradley, where we'll discuss everything that disability challenges in regards to the successes and anything that you wish for us to talk about regarding disability, as well as making it a current podcast with relevant news, entertainment, gossip, and talking about our lives as disability best mates.
Oh, folks, you who don't know us, they got to be made for
Is it 25 years or is it more than that?
about 25 years.
That's like almost longer than being in prison for murder.
Yeah,
So the
that
fact,
is essentially a lot.
yeah, and we're still going, so something must be right
Yeah,
there.
what was the computer? I admit, actually, the first day I went to visit school, do you remember?
Yeah, I was in my standing frame in my classroom, and one of the teachers, Mrs. Stokes, came to me and said, "Do you want to meet a new classmate and introduce yourself?" I couldn't really say no because I was in a standing frame, so a carer had to push me anyway. So I had to say yes, and then I got introduced to you in the resi part of Ashfield.
I
Yeah,
think that was me, not good. We should be doing like,
I felt really nervous because I don't like. Well, with the head teacher there, I was like, I couldn't help but just stop smiling or just, I think I said a squeaky hi, and that was about it.
but that was our first introduction to each other.
Trust me, it gets a lot more exciting and a lot more in the way of things, the way our friendship goes from there.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're getting to that in future episodes. I can see we're both disabled, we're both in a wheelchair, we've both got cerebral palsy in
Yeah, we both got, you should know. Yes, we both got cerebral palsy, but as you can see, there's different degrees of it. I'm wheelchair bound, but I can move my arms, and and
You've got a bit more upper body control,
that's the word. It's technical.
whereas my movements are more involuntary. And also, you have got a case of the
Yeah,
uh, yeah, we're filming this will be getting out for World
Disability Day, which is I believe it's the end of November. So
Classroom. As a disabled person, how do you feel disabled people fit into modern day society?
oh, that's a pretty long one. I think society is trying to improve the way disabled people are represented, and I do think in some ways it gets better, but but sometimes you still feel like, for example, I work um part time for an employment agency for disabled people, but I also feel, even working for them, I've got to prove myself. So I think disabled people in general, like me and you and me, we try our best to fit in like everyone else, because the majority of people are really like nice, but you do sort of still get the ones where they think poor little disabled person can't do anything. But I hope it, as you can probably, you'll be able to tell from the podcast, hopefully we can prove that society is improving and we can show you the good side of things as well as not so good.
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I it really me and Kat went to the kilo center last week and we had a lovely time celebrating
Yeah, it was great
when
fun
we
with a 2-year-old, so that's always extra
yeah
fun.
Kat got a 2-year-old by the way. A partner called Joe.
Yeah, Joe's doing some house jobs at the minute. He'll probably see him later on.
But I noticed how narrow the lane was at the Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah,
You and me couldn't really turn around next to each other.
we had to sort
Change.
we had to kind of talk either from behind or in front, or like after we kind of finished or before it began. Really, was
Yeah,
probably the biggest parts.
and I think with the buggy as well. And it was just like that. I do think the
It's like disabled toilets. Can I just say, right? I swear, not being sexist here, well, sort of, but I think it's they're designed by men, because disabled toilets, you get some that are really big spaces, but they put the toilet right next to the sink, and for a wheelchair person, you need room either side.
what do you mean by design?
Because women think, "Ah, well, hang on, we've got like loads of room one side. Let's put the sink one side so they've got more room with the toilet." Yeah, but you must know what I mean. Like when you're using the disabled toilet, they have like loads of room, like on part of the disabled toilet, and then there's like no room where you actually need the room.
Yeah, man. I went with the disabled toilet at the kid oh no, we me and my Kevin Barry, what is it?
Oh, because I've never been, so it's nice that you can sort of agree. We've actually agreed on something.
Yeah, not, not, not been happy walking.
Yeah, because I think it in my way of thinking, I think people think disabled people can physically get out of their chair and can physically kind of get to the toilet whilst having a grab rail, but that's not always the case. Like you
Yeah,
and me, we need to have care or some sort of
I'm
assistance to
fine.
help.
Hi, this is Kat Bradley from Mobility Mates. I just wanted to make you aware that for those of you with disabilities or health conditions or struggling within work, there is employability programs out there, and one that I would recommend that I work for is Maximus UK. If you need more information about any of our programs, the website is www.maximusuk.co.uk. That's www.maximusuk.co.uk. And once again, you'll find information about how we can support you into finding paid employment, and also if for those who have mental health issues struggling in their job, we also have programs available for some parts of the UK, such as Derby and Nottingham, as well as London, Wales, and some of Scotland.
Amy, that's just reminding me of a story, but I don't know whether it's right now. But do you remember? Is it the YPC? And you needed personal care at one point, and at some point you needed to borrow something.
Yes, you were good too.
Amy needed the toilet, and he had a carer, which was fine. And am I right in thinking, because Immy uses a bottle that
I didn't bottle when
yeah, but
we were the
we were
young
we were in a proper council building.
Yeah, we were actually in the council chamber. I need the toilet. I need to.
So I thought nothing of it, because obviously I was like, okay, Immy, you go. And then he came back absolutely in stitches, and he whispered to me, bear in mind, this is a really important meeting. He whispered to me the whole thing. He says, I couldn't find the bottle, or I forgot the reason. Did you forget the bottle?
Yeah, we left the uniform at school, and we have to realize this when we got into
So I don't know how you did it, but you managed to find a plastic, those paper cups, and then you managed to use it. I'm surprised you didn't overflow, because you had a female carer at the time, so you may have got excited.
No, it was just you for real.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
It overflowed.
And then Immy came back and he told me this. And through this really important meeting, I burst into laughter, like really loud. And obviously, I couldn't tell anyone what it was really loud. But that's how one of our funny stories, and many stories of how me and Immy have sort of gone through and dealt with and just come back from the other side, basically. You must have, because you were giggling yourself, if I remember. Sensible. All right, we'll go into that in future podcasts, and I'm sure Immy knows some certain times where I wasn't sensible, especially with the odd alcoholic beverage or.
We were getting
Are we going to do an icebreaker for the guys? So just like how much we know as friends, because you were telling me this, and I could think of some things that you might say, but then whether we can get it right.
Well, I think we could do that on future episodes.
Oh, I thought we were oh, no worries.
However, I did want to add a little bit of different subjects. Like, if you could have people identify life one dead person and one fictional, who would they be and why?
You told me this the other day, and my answers are probably going to be completely different to what I told you because I've slightly changed it thinking about it. So, my fictional character would be Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'll go into that because I never was a big fan, and then I watched it for many reasons. So, he is fictional. My dead person would probably be either Patrick Swayze or maybe Amy
You
Winehouse.
gotta choose one.
What? Sorry?
You gotta pick one.
I pick one. Oh, I'd probably go Amy Winehouse because I don't want little boys because I'd be considered like, the stereotypic girl. So I'll probably go Amy Winehouse because she's had a lot to deal with, but she's also got an amazing voice. And what was the other one? Fictional.
No, you don't pick, you think that you need to do
I lied.
alone.
Oh, David Beckham.
That is
Well, let me ask you, what would your dead? I bet I know the fictional one.
Well, my life would be, yeah, the greatest furniture in the family.
For those of you that don't know, Immy is a massive Liverpool fan, and this is what I have to deal with every.
I have a Liverpool done.
He's a die-hard fan, and this is what I have to put up with if Liverpool lose or they beat us or anything like that. So that's your alive person. Yeah, let's not go into that just yet because we're finishing your combo. So that was your alive person.
My dead one, it got me Mama's alley.
And I can understand that
I
because
love alley complexion.
I can understand that though because you've done some boxing, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I also take a position for fight you, and I'm currently training now again. But yeah, anyone in the room that wants to fuck them first, leave a comment below. And
Just so people know, I'm not being there to pick you up out your chair. And
why not?
if you fall out your chair, I'm not doing it because you'd frighten me. You'd probably hit me.
And good, that will work.
Oh yeah, back to the game.
And my original Dr. Batman.
I knew he was going to say Batman. This person has a Batman wannabe car. It has all the things on the wheels, and it even looks like a Batman. And there is a photo of proof of you dressed like Batman. And you, yes, but that, I swear, look, Immy's like, Immy's like in his mid-30s, so I think he still thinks he's a kid and he's going through a midlife crisis. Personally. We don't now, Immy. We have to grow up somehow.
Yeah, I will never grow up.
You can only say that when you Peter Pan.
Well, I'm not Peter Pan, but I will never grow up.
See, this is what I have to put up with when he goes, when he has his conversations with me, and sometimes they're a bit more graphic, and I have to go la di da di da, especially now that I have a 2-year-old.
But guys, leave a comment below as well if you had to do for it and you invite 3 people, one that's one alive and one fictional. Who would you invite?
I should have picked a chef. Anyway,
Anyway,
what's next?
well, you mentioned David Beckham, and I think that really goes into the next segment.
Yes, because I believe it was the 4th of October, Netflix dropped the Beckham documentary with Victoria as well about his life and how he struggled being a footballer and the ups and downs of that. And I really loved it. I watched it first. Bearing in mind, you've got a die-hard, football fan. I had to watch it first.
Well, I
and tell Immy.
what you, but
You haven't watched it, so therefore you can't comment how gorgeous he is.
one thing I just want to comment on is I've seen clip and I've seen the clip I have was really interesting.
Was that the
I want,
OCD one?
no, I want to talk about it was when he criticized Glen Hoddle for the way the former Indian manager of hanging out the dry up for the 98 World Cup.
Yeah, but when I was watching it, I think that's a lot to do with arrogance and how he's young. But obviously, we don't know what he dealt with. Well, we know some of it, what he had to deal with as a childhood. So
Well, the reason why it interests me is because I had a lot of people come out defending Glen Hoddle and, you know, one person in particular reasserted and said that he felt England should have Hoddle. Now, the reason why I wasn't critical on the podcast is Glen Hoddle and the England manager for making comment I undercover about his beliefs regarding disability
oh yes,
and disabled people, and eventually said that he believes that if you have a disability because you've done something wrong in the past,
that is very, very old school and very old fashioned. Now I know where he's coming from because I've had experience of people say that to me, even in the village, where God forgives you for all your sins. This way because you've sinned. But at the end of the day, God made me this way, so I'm gonna prove him wrong if need be.
And the thing is, I remember it very well. I don't think you two really
No, I don't. I don't. I can't even remember telling you. I'm not a huge sort of sporty news kind of person.
But
But when you told me, I was quite shocked.
I remember this because this was after the night the April Hoddle was in charge for the qualifying campaign for the Euro in a couple of years back.
What
But,
year was it, Immy? Do you know?
It was late 98. I wasn't in February for 98. But yeah, I remember being on the black daisy and I was living in as a 12-year-old boy who is born with a disability and I'm very people throughout my life say that only can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
For there is a football manager who is a person of authority.
But it's not just that. He was in the public eye.
Yeah,
And he was sort of looked on
yeah, and
by a lot of people being
and
for
a
football
lot of
supporters.
the manager at that time was literally you were above like you were the queen. It was one of the most successful jobs in the country.
And then he just tarnished. Yeah. And
But I want to go back to what we were saying at the end. And look, I'm not thinking we are outside from the footballing. You, I completely understand what you were saying is the hurdle
but there's
from
but there's some things you can't sort of support him on like that. I mean, yeah, I completely understand, and it's things like that that make disabled people like us or even younger think that they can't do, because if they've got their heroes or somebody quite high up saying that, then it kind of puts a downer on them. I mean, sorry, I've got one example. It's not football related, but it was when me and Mum went to the supermarket in Tesco's, and this random person, he was a decent person. He looked decent, and then he came up to my mum and went, "How long is she gonna live for?" And she went, "Hopefully as long as you, but you can ask her. She can talk." So
doing
I was probably about I'd say between the ages of nine, 10, something like that.
things. And it got more packages that it does reinforce by something that then also the television. I remember when we were at school, we had a friend for child and he, he followed one of the I don't know if he was an average person, but Tottenham was his team.
Yeah.
And while we were there, Hoddle actually got the tournament manager job. It was the only manager job he got after the England job. And I'm looking to child and thinking, how did that make you feel when you thinking
Mm.
that you stayed around one
To to still be in the football profession.
Yeah.
To still, I understand, yeah, because there's going to be people that probably say, "Oh, he's a manager and he needs to get another job." But then, if you're going to be in the limelight and still have those views, you have to be careful of who's going to watch them because you've got people looking up to you, like young kids. And if you have those views, then the people that are watching you or listen will have those views, and you're never going to break the barrier. So that's
Well, that's what I took away from that documentary. And I wanted to just talk about it with you, Carl.
no, I understand that. I mean, like I said, I've got experience, and it's hurtful. I mean, we've grown up with it over 30 plus years, and so we're kind of used to it. But if I'm, I hope that no one would ever think that ever again. But you just worry that youngsters are still gonna have something like that, and they might not be as strong as us because me and you through our life's adventures, I'll put, we've gone through some really hard times, but we're quite strong and we sort of fight back and sort of say and sort of prove them wrong. But there are
Well,
people that probably won't.
yeah, well, it was quite ironic that in the 2019 campaign, the final Liverpool Tottenham, he was in the PT as
Ah,
a former Tottenham player. So, yeah, when Liverpool won, I did enjoy that.
okay. So, yep, that's how, that's. If you've got any comments or anything like that that you want to add, please let us know as well.
Yeah, please, live and hit the like button below it. Really helps to put out more content like this. Hopefully, we will keep you going on another episode of Mobility.